Live from Carlock Stadium and Kirkland Field, it's football night in West Tennessee as the BallGame Blitz Sports Network and Worthy Road Studios proudly present USJ Bruins football. And tonight, the Bruins welcome the Union City Tornadoes to Jackson. I'm Steve Beverly. I'll be bringing you all the play-by-play of tonight's game here on the BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios. This is a copyrighted broadcast of Worthy Road Studios for 2023. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, editing, or other use of this BallGame Blitz broadcast without the written consent of Worthy Road Studios is strictly prohibited. Now, I'll set this one up for you tonight. It was a surprise to many of the pundits who had figured that the Bruins were going to go down handily to Peabody, but they used the running of Noah Spencer, 24 carries for 165 yards and both touchdowns. And Derek Pritchard's team just absolutely followed his direction as defensive coordinator and made it a defensive game against a much more massive offensive and defensive line against Peabody, coming away with a 14-7 victory in the opener. Noah scored both touchdowns and came up with an interception to snuff out a pretty impressive drive by Peabody. Nate Height and Sam McMillan came in on multiple tackles, and so tonight they're going for win number 2. For the Tornadoes, it was a tough start to the season as they fell 40-6 in their opener. Teari Jones had the only score in a punt return for a touchdown. The Tornadoes tonight will be running a triple option offense out of the flex bone. You won't see them throw many passes, perhaps maybe only more than 1 to 3 passes. They're going to try to rely on a lot of counter plays and misdirection in their offense. They do have fullback Jacob Arnold and quarterback Keaton Brown, who both were 1,000-yard rushers last year in Union City's 10-win season that ended in the Class 2A quarterfinals. For USJ tonight, you're going to see a mix of passing and running, but more than likely they will continue with Noah Spencer as the workhorse. And you'll also have Corbin Howard. He'll be looking to try to get his wide receivers, Aaron Tunstall, as well as the tight end Sam McMillan, Alex Wallace, Ryan Hutchison, to get them all into the receiving game tonight. It is very warm. The story all week has been the heat. Practices for these teams have been moved to the evening. And so tonight, the kickoff is 1 hour later than scheduled. This is happening almost all over the state of Tennessee. As we came in tonight, just about a half hour ago, the temperature was 92 degrees still, even with the sunset, and the heat index 106. Let's take this break, and we'll be right back with the start of tonight's game. So everybody, stay with us.
Mutual respect and lifelong learning. Tonight it is my honor to welcome you to not only the best teaching school in West Tennessee, but the best venue for high school athletics as well. I especially want to welcome our guests from Union City High School. Enjoy the game, and go Bruins.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the invocation offered by Ms. Claire Wybrook, and remain standing as we honor the United States with the national anthem performed by the USJ Concert Choir, directed by Mr. Jared Heldenbrand.
Please pray with me. Dear God, thank you for bringing these two teams together to play tonight. I pray for a safe game and that you watch over everyone in the heat. I also pray for good sportsmanship between the players, coaches, and fans. Amen. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming? Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air,
One of the great high school choruses in West Tennessee, and that's the USJ Bruin Chorus, and they are fabulous every time they do the national anthem, especially live here at Kirkland Field, but also when you hear them on tape at virtually every other sporting event at University School of Jackson. We are about a shade less than 8 minutes before the kickoff tonight. I want to remind you that our sponsors are the Blacksmith Restaurant, Carlock Nissan, Aloha Pools and Spas, Jones Chevrolet, Coca-Cola, Deaton's Carpet, One, Elite Dental, Nest Realty, Humboldt Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, the Bank of Jackson, McCoy's Heating and Air, King Tire, Campbell King Interiors, H&M Construction, and Garrett Plumbing and Heating. We encourage you to please support our advertisers who help make Worthy Road Studios TV and the BallGame Blitz broadcast the high quality that they are. Without these sponsors, there would be no crews to bring you these broadcasts, and we are so proud to be able to bring it to those of you watching on the BallGame Blitz Network, particularly all of you family members of these young people who are playing tonight. I know you're very proud of them, and some folks, tonight we don't have quite the crowd as last week because this heat has just been and it has been tough for the Jamboree 2 weeks ago and for last week, but this week has just been absolutely oppressive all the way across West Tennessee. Today we were right at 100 in the hub city of West Tennessee, and it is, at that point in time, we had a heat index of 116, and so you know how tough it is, and this is the primary reason that we have had this later kickoff tonight, and just about all of the kickoff times across West Tennessee are at 8 o'clock once again. We don't know what it'll be next week. We are told that we do have if you want to call it a cold front, it will feel that way compared to this week, and that for next week's game, the Bruins will be at Trinity Christian Academy, that, kickoff time, that temperatures may actually be in the 70s, and so we could deal with that quite well. We'll also tell you that other high school teams covered by the BallGame Blitz Sports Network, Jackson Christian, TCA, Peabody, and those games are broadcast to each high school's Facebook page, just as we do this one for those of you who are watching USJ. We also broadcast all Union University home games, including volleyball, soccer, basketball, softball, and baseball. New this year has been Rockabilly Baseball and Bethel University sports. All of our BallGame Blitz games are archived to Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel, so you can see them all again in their entirety after each game is completed. And the executive producer for Worthy Road Sports and Worthy Road Studios is Paul Schultze. So we are about a little less than 5 minutes before we're going to kick this thing off. We're going to have the captains meeting at the middle of the field for the toss of the coin. I mentioned that this is going to be, again, a much bigger up front that the Bruins are going to be facing tonight, just as it was last week. Keelan Robinson is one of the he's been called by many people Union City's best lineman, and they are facing another big center in Davis Hayes. Both of those guys are 300-pounders. And then Corbin Avery, Cohen Wood, and Jace Rogers make up the rest of the starting five on the line. And Cohen Simpson is going to be their primary target for what will probably be any of the few passes that they will throw tonight, because going out of the triple option, you're going to see a lot of pitch outs. They'll go wide, and they will attempt to confuse USJ by a lot of counter plays and misdirection, and that's what the triple option is all about. It's very, very tough on any team that doesn't see this offense very often, and you usually have to spend a little time during it. You'd rather play a team with the triple option early in the season, because you've got a little time in your pre-camp, your camp period, and then leading up to that, you can work on the triple option and trying to deal with that, because it is a confusing offense to defenders anywhere. Also, you look at this team on defense, and one of the top tacklers is going to be Brown, as we mentioned him before. Robertson and Alton Smith, who is a 6'3", 290-pounder, they eat up a lot of space up front. Arnold and Simpson are good coverage guys, and they play well in run support from the secondary. The key thing that they are looking forward to, because this has been a storied program at Union City. They won 4 state championships between 2009 and 17, but last year was the first 10-win season since the last of those championship years in 17. But this USJ team proved that it was every bit the equal to a much bigger, particularly on the line, Peabody team last week that came in actually favored in the contest. The only people who weren't told that were the USJ Bruins, and they played, and number 6 out there just did an outstanding job across the board. Number 5, Noah Spencer. Of course, number 6 is Christian Melton. He's one of the seniors. And number 76, Mario Figueroa, another one of the captains for the Bruins. And here we go with the toss of the coin. Cohen Robinson, number 81, is one of the captains. Keelan Robertson as well. You see those two.
Play some ball. Play ball. Play football.
And we are about to see it flip. Hard to believe we're not even in September and already at game number 2 of the season. Student body is marching in now, and there you go, and the call. And let's see who it's going to be. Yeah, let's see, are they going to do a second flip here? Now he's coming back to talk to both of them. All right, toss has been won by the Bruins. And they're going to receive. So the Bruins will get it first. And we are about set to go with week 2. And this is going to be a fun one tonight. The key thing for the Tornadoes, trying to find any kind of offense after going down last week 40-6. That was just not on their watch. And it surprised a lot of people around West Tennessee that they went down by that large of a margin, but the Bruins, and here they come. Well, August is a scorcher in most years, and this is one of the biggest scorchers we have had in a number here in West Tennessee, but the time has come to tee it up once again. We're not going to have the sun right in our faces as we have had the last 2 weeks with the Jamboree and last week's game against Peabody, so tonight it's all under the lights. But it's still, the key thing for a lot of these players tonight is going to be humidity, and you really hope that they don't hit a situation where they cramp up. That happened to Noah Spencer at one point, and they had to attend to him during a run. He was fine, came back into the next series of plays, but that is what you really get concerned about, is players that may develop cramps. But anyway, here comes the kickoff. And we are about set to go. And this is Marcos Landeros on the kickoff. And we're underway. That's a deep one, and it goes down to the 10. They got to hurry to cover it. And that was one that they just did not communicate very well on, and Finn Frankham made it all the way. He's one of the other kickers, and he made it all the way down, so the Bruins are going to pin way back to start this one. They had one long drive last week, but this one they're going to start at their own 6. And you had to be very, very careful on that because that was a free ball. And here they come. And once again, calling the signals tonight is Corbin Howard at the quarterback. And he's going to be lining up right on the goal line. They got to be very careful with this snap. They had a couple of missteps with that last week. You got one man in motion. And they're going to take it to Noah Spencer, and he is nailed back at the 1. That is a 5-yard loss right off the bat. And that's something that he only had one tackle for a loss last week. So they have got the Bruins pinned way back and going about 5 yards deep in the end zone to take this one. And the handoff goes again to Spencer, and he's trying to carve out whatever he can. And he may have made it back to the line of scrimmage, possibly to the 2. They're just going to put it at about the 1.25-yard line. So this is tough going for the Bruins. They're still going to be back about 3 yards in the end zone on this snap. And they've got one wide out left, 2 on right. And they go again to Spencer. And he's trying to bull his way forward, goes around left tackle and makes it out to about the 4. At least gives the punter some room. So give him a pickup of 3. But that was a tough series for the Bruins as they went in reverse. And he's going to be standing all the way back, almost at the end line for this punt. You got single safety for Union City at the Bruin 47. And timeout called Union City. And this may be something to try to determine whether they may try to rush this one for a block. Let's take a 30-second break, and we'll be back with the punt.
Save thousands on a new Nissan at Carlock Nissan.
You should already be here.
Special interest rates as low as 0%.
You should already be here.
We have cars, trucks, SUVs, and the all-new electric Nissan Aria.
You should already be here.
We even have no payments for 90 days.
You should already be here.
Save thousands on a new Nissan at Carlock Nissan.
You should, you know what? I'm not going to say it.
Carlock Nissan of Jackson.
Carlock Nissan of Jackson, one of our fine sponsors here on Bruin football. Now this is going to be a tough one because he's going to be standing back at the end line for this punt. And somebody moved, and it looks like it was the Tornadoes. At least that's the indication that the officials in the Bruins are making. Yep, that was a signal count. That dropped them offside, so that's your first penalty of the game. That still does not give them a first down. They have got it out to the 9, so they still have a 4th and 2. They're not going to take any, I don't think, any chances on a fake right here. They'd love to get another penalty. Good snap. That is almost went straight up. And gets a little bit of a Bruin bounce. It's going to roll dead right at about the 35 where it is down. So it turns out to be a 26-yard punt. So that is going to be great field position for the Tornadoes at the 35. Keaton Brown, the 6'1 senior, 205-pounder, is your quarterback. As we say, you can look for this team to run the triple option. They do have one receiver at each end. That was a quick hitter up the middle and great blocking up the middle, as that's going to be a pickup of about 9. Excellent job by Brown taking it himself. So they've got a 2nd and 1. I wouldn't be surprised if he calls this same number once again. This is a ground-dominated team. And the handoff goes over or across right in. He's not going to make the first down. Excellent job of pursuit by both Noah Spencer and Sam McMillan. So they're going to spot this at the 27. So that's Tayari Jones on that one, and that is third down, and it looks like they got about 2.5 to go. One man in motion is Jones, and going up and getting the first down. Quick hitter up the middle. That's Jacob Arnold, and so he gets the first down to the 24. They'll just attempt to grind this one out. They get it to the 23.5. So that's your first down of the evening. As we mentioned, this team only scored last week in their opener with a punt return by Tayari Jones, and that one straight up the middle and going again. Keaton Brown calling his own number, and he just churns his way for more yardage across the 20 down to the 17, so he picks up 6. 2nd and 4. He's already picked up 15 yards on 2 carries tonight. And he's carried most of this one straight up under center. And that's pretty much what you do when you are in the flex bone like this. And a quick hitter again up the middle and diving down inside the 10. It's going to be 1st and goal. Jacob Arnold on the run. Makes it to the 9. So they have steadily moved this one all the way up. 1st and goal. And let's see if the Bruin defense can hold as well as they did last week when they kept Peabody out of the end zone except in the 4th quarter. And again, this front line is just really opening up some holes, and they are just pushing the defensive line of the Bruins back. A gain of 5. Second and goal from the 4. Bruins in their goal line defense. Of course, Derek Pritchard works them very hard on this during the week. One man in motion, handoff up the middle it goes. He's not going to make it in. In fact, he only got maybe a yard, possibly down to the 3. So Jacob Arnold, they spot it right at the 3. This drive started at the 35-yard line. So they're going to attempt a 20-yard field goal. He got in for the touchdown, and the extra point is good. So it's a 7-0 lead. When we saw that initial play, it looked like he had been stopped at the 3, but instead he got in the end zone. So first blood is taken by the Tornadoes. They lead it 7-0. Back with more after this.
Downtown is thriving, and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
No matter where you are, you can shop 24/7 at Humboldt Dodge Chrysler Jeep.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
I will be the greatest, greatest, greatest. 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 I
A 35-yard drive on 9 plays gives Union City the lead 7-0. They've matched their entire output, actually exceeded it from last week. And you can see the officials are just already pouring because of this intense humidity tonight. Yesterday, actually, we only had a humidity reading that topped out at 52%. It has been far worse today. It's been most of the day between 80 and 90%, and it's continuing that way tonight. So these guys, some of these guys are going to lose 5 to 10 pounds, particularly if they go both ways on offense and defense. But they managed to just drive it in on that one after nailing the Bruins on that kickoff all the way back inside the 10, and then the short punt that they were fortunate that it got a roll to the 35-yard line. So here come the Tornadoes. That's one thing about the triple option is there's so much misdirection. It even fooled me as it did the defenders when he managed to get it in, Arnold to get it in for the touchdown. So here we go again with Marcos Landros with the kickoff, and they'd love nothing more than to be able to nail it back at about the 10 like they did last time. I guarantee you there will be better communication on this one. There's your kick. It goes deep, and that's going to go straight into the end zone. So the Bruins will take it on the 20. Got an enthusiastic pep band here tonight for the Bruin faithful. And they just struck up a few minutes ago one of my all-time favorites, the horse. And more fans have trickled in here to Carlock Stadium. So we've got now what looks like about the same kind of turnout that we did last night. And a good turnout of folks that have made it down from Union City tonight. All right, now that they're on the 20, let's see if the Bruins can get their offense in gear. Again, facing a very, very big defensive line. There's a handoff to Spencer. He's got some room to the 25, 30, down to the 34-yard line. That's what we saw last week. First and 10, they spot it at about the 33.5. We're going to give him to the 34. 14-yard gain on the play. And Spencer got some sound holes that were opening up for him last week, and that was the duplicate right there. And he is going to go, and they fake it to him, and this time it's going to be the quarterback going around, and he is stumbling his way over to about the 36. So Corbin Howard calling his own number. And it'll be second down. He gives him to the 35, so it'll be second down and 8. Halfway through this first quarter of play. And they've got 2 wideouts left. None right. Now you got a man in motion. This is going to be an interesting one. Instead, they're going to go up the middle again to Spencer, and he cannot break through. It's no gain. Noah with 5 carries for 13 yards so far tonight. So this is a critical third down play at the 35. Don't be surprised if he may try to see if he can get a one-on-one situation for either Alex Wallace or Ryan Hutchison. That's in the arsenal. Yeah, and he's even got, it's going to be over the middle, and it's just out of the reach of Alex Wallace. We expected that on third down to perhaps try a slant pattern, but it was just out of the reach of Wallace. That's the first pass of the game tonight. So they're going to have to kick it away on 4th down and 8 from the 35. So it's been a bit of a slow start for the Bruins tonight. Back to kick is Drew English, the sophomore. You got one man in single safety for the Tornadoes. Little low snap. There, much better kick. That one's, he's going to take it at the 31 and trying to get some opening, and he got down to the 38, so it's a 7-yard return. So they'll take it 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. That was Teari Jones on the 7-yard return, and last week they found out how dangerous he was because he had that huge return for a touchdown. That was early in the game. Now let's see, since they've got him back at the 37, let's see if they're going to try to take a few chances. Because last week they did a good job of bouncing off of that big offensive line for Peabody and managed to create 8 sacks on the quarterback last week. Okay, Bruins are lined up. And again, it's straight triple option. And you got a whistle. And timeout is called. So let's take a break, 30-second break with the Bruins trailing 7-0.
At Nest Realty Jackson, connections and relationships are at the heart of everything we do. We wake up every day with the goal of helping our agents build trust, relationships, and community. Let's connect.
Buy a car in your bikini. Buy a truck in your jammies. Buy an SUV in your, well, no matter what you're wearing or not. Shop JonesChevroletHumboldt.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
This is another non-region contest. The region schedule will not begin for the Bruins until they get halfway through the season. It'll be with Game 6 as they've moved up in class this year. But right now, their complete focus is on this Union City Tornado team. Handoff up the middle, and again, a good push. Gain of about 3. Jacob Arnold once again. So he made it. It's a 2nd down and 7. Arnold with 17 yards on 5 carries so far tonight. He had 3 Bruins that got in there quickly on the stop. But this is a grinded out type of team. They've got some good speed, but this is a team that really wants to grind it out, use up the clock as much as they possibly can. Since they don't pass a lot, you can expect this game is probably going to finish much faster than last week. One man in motion, and the handoff goes again, this time to Arnold, and he is moving down the sidelines. He's moved it up to the 40. Pickup of 20 on the play. So Arnold gets the 2nd first down of the game for Union City. Two first downs for Union City, 1 for USJ, and they're threatening once again in Bruin territory at the 40. And Arnold so far tonight has been their workhorse, 6 carries for 37 yards. All right, they've got 1 receiver split wide on left and 2 right. And 1 man in motion, and they give it to Adrian Crawford. And he's trying to find some room. Finally managed to get about 1 yard. And that's his first carry of the night. Good job, good pursuit by the Bruin defense. So far tonight, in the first quarter, Union City with 60 yards on the ground. USJ with 15. We have not had a completed pass in the game so far. But as we say, look at it right now as they're at 2nd down, and look at this, how they're just content to let this clock kick down. Use as much of it as possible. Okay, you got one man in the backfield, one in motion, and he gives it to his man in the backfield, and he gets maybe 1.5 yards, and the Bruins are swarming there. Led by Nate Height. He just met him head on. We'll give him 2 to the 37. So it's 3rd down and 7. They've got to get to the 30 for a first down. This could be 4-down territory for Union City because if they get 3 or 4 yards on this one and it gets to be a 4th down and 3, they may try to go for it. 2 men split out right, 1 left. And the handoff goes again to Arnold, and they are pursuing him, and he went down. He just completely tripped down at the 41. Let's see if they place it at the 42. And they're right in front of our camera angle. But we got a flag on the play. Let's see what the call is. It's holding against Union City. Now, they've got a big decision here because that would make it 4th and 12. And I think they are going to decline that one. And I could not say that I blamed them whatsoever, as Arnold lost 5 on the play, and it's 4th and 12. So expect a punt now. Well, nope, they're going to go for it. And I guess they figure at this stage of the season, why not? You're inside Bruin territory. Why not give it a go? And this is going to be a rare pass from Union City, and he's going to fire it, and it's intercepted. Noah Spencer with his 2nd interception of the season. In perfect position. So just like last week, Noah Spencer comes along on 4th down and snuffs out the threat with his 2nd INT. And Bruins will take over at their own 32. They would not have had a first down had he caught the pass, but Noah Spencer just stepped in front of the receiver and nailed it. So there goes your first turnover of the game. Bruins have 68 yards to cover. And they're spreading it out right this time. Spencer again in the backfield. And we've got false start on the Bruins. Yeah, you had a guy that was going in motion. He actually had 2 men moving at the same time. So that'll be the first penalty of the game for the Bruins. Last week they had 80 yards in penalties, and that set them back a bit. So the Bruins will be back to the 27 now with a 1st and 15. So let's see what Bo Wallace dials up, the offensive coordinator for the Bruins. And then it goes straight up the middle once again. This time it's Titus Taylor, and he gets really – it looks as though they're going to place a loss of a yard back at the 26. So it's 2nd down and 16. They're going to try to get one more play off before this first quarter ends. And you can see you got 3 receivers flanked out to the right. But then a man in motion, and he pitches it again. This time it is Alex Wallace. And he is swarmed under at the 27 for virtually no gain. And that's the end of the first quarter. Union City leads the Bruins 7-0. When we come back, they'll have 3rd and approximately 15. Stay with us.
Is your vehicle ready for an oil change? Did you know that we do way more than just tires? From brakes to belts to alignments to even air conditioning work. Engine light on? We can fix that too. Come see us today at one of our 3 King Tire Company locations in Jackson and Humboldt.
Chris King here with King Tire Company. Leveling kits, lift kits, wheels, and tires, we can take care of that at any of our King Tire Company locations at a price you can afford.
Turn to the experts. Since 1955, Garrett Plumbing and Heating has been the leader in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning service and installation for West Tennessee. A proud supporter of USJ Bruin Athletics, we are your local Carrier Factory authorized dealer. Call Garrett Plumbing and Heating, 668-3339, for all of your plumbing, heating, and air needs.
Steve Beverly back with you at Carlock Stadium on this hot night in West Tennessee. First quarter, the Tornadoes with 57 yards of offense all on the ground. The Bruins held to 17. And they're facing a third down now and approximately 15. And again, tonight, this is worse than the past 2 weeks as far as the humidity has been concerned, because it is one of those things that just about everybody who's in the stands tonight probably wants to go take a shower when this one's over with. And you think about these players when they are suited up like this, and of course they're tough. They've been out practicing in the evenings rather than that just monster afternoon heat that we've seen the last 3 days. So they're going to be playing it from their own 27. They have to make it to about the 43 for a first down. And there you go with the snap. And Howard with the pass, and it's knocked away beautifully by Jacob Arnold, the defensive back, the senior for Union City. He was trying to get Ryan Hutchinson in a one-on-one situation, but it did not go, and so it is a 4th and 15 for the Bruins, so they'll be forced to kick it again. Just starting the second quarter here at Kirkland Field. Drew English is in to punt. This is his third of the night, and that is a high one, and it is going to take, oh my goodness, it is going to take a Union City bounce back to the 46. So that's a tough one. He's had a tough night in the punting department. That one is they're going to spot it at the 46-yard line, so that it was only a 19-yard punt. And once again, it gives the Tornadoes great field position as we're just seconds into this second quarter of play. And let's see what kind of defense that Derek Pritchard is going to dial up against this very, very tough ground attack of the Tornadoes. One man in motion, hand up, goes up the middle, and just nowhere to go. Gain of maybe 2. Nate Hyde in the stop on that once again. And that's what it's been, is every bit of the yardage for both of these teams tonight has been on the ground. We've only had 3 passes thrown in the game, and the one that Union City threw went to an interception right into the hands of Noah Spencer. They are at the 40. And again, one man in motion. Quarterback's going to keep it himself, and he is going to skim his way down to the 35 and get the first down. Third first down of the evening for Union City. So we give him 4 on that. So Keaton Brown has carried it 3 times for 8 yards, but 2 of those have gone for first downs. So they're gradually moving and again taking time off the clock. They prefer to just absolutely grind it out. Quarterback keeps it himself. This time they smelled it out, and you had 3 Bruins in on that one. And they included Alex Wallace. And also in on it was Barrett Shelton. So that's 2nd and 12 on the loss of 2. Brown with 4 carries for 18 yards. And they have to get down to approximately the, now let's take a look at it. And they're having a long conversation on this. They're down to 4 on the clock. And let's see, they may, all right, he waited until it got down to 1 second and called a timeout. So we'll take 1-2, 30-second timeout here on the BallGame Blitz Sports Network.
At Dynamics Physical Therapy, we help our clients get back to doing what they love. Dynamics is now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Are you looking to build a career? Build a career with West Tennessee's own H&M Company. H&M is a leading coast-to-coast industrial design and construction firm for Fortune 500 companies. Founded in Milan in 1957 and headquartered in Jackson, H&M is actively hiring in all areas of construction and engineering. Visit us at hmcompany.com to start building your career today.
Tornadoes back up over the ball. It's a 2nd down and 12. And handoff again, goes around left end, and he's got room to 20, 15, 10, 5, all the way home for a touchdown. Jacob Arnold takes it all the way. But we got a flag. This one's coming back. That was an exciting run as he moved around his left end, and Jacob Arnold took it all the way back, but wipe it off. Tornadoes were holding. So we got the 10-yard penalty. And I can tell you that makes a lot of the Bruin faithful happy right now. And that's going to spot it all the way back to the 44. So this is still going to be 2nd down again, but it's 2nd and 18. They had great blocking, but there was one reason that it opened up the hole around the left end is because there was holding. So the clock continues to run with 9:10 to go in the first half. Tornadoes leading the Bruins 7-0. Arnold in the backfield again. This time a big loss. Christian Melton in on the stop of Tayari Jones. And they've sent them all the way back to midfield. So that one is going to be a loss of 7 on the play. So you've got 3rd down now and about 2 cab rides to make a first down for the Tornadoes. They have to get to the 26, so this is 3rd down and 24. Bruin defense showing us now the shades of what we saw last week with good pursuit. And that one almost covered by the defense as he fumbled it. Wait a minute, it is Bruin ball. That is Bruin ball, and it is Mario Figueroa with the recovery. So Mario Figueroa ends all that. There's no punt. They are going to take it over with a turnover right at midfield, so the Bruins are starting out with much better field position. With 8:06 to go in the first half, so Bruins have forced 2 turnovers. Now let's see if they can capitalize again against this very big offensive line that has given them problems moving the ball so far tonight. Fake to Spencer. He's going to go for it all. It's a deep one. He caught it. He's down to the 5. 45-yard pass to Ryan Hutchison. Beautiful fake to Spencer. And he flew down the field and made it all the way to the 5. 45-yard pass play. It is the biggest gain of the season for the Bruins. There was a flag thrown out of bounds, and the official is encouraging the Bruin coaching staff and the team to move back off the field. But they picked up the flag. So it's 1st and goal, actually at the 4. 46-yard pass play. Bo Wallace dialing up a beautiful one. And there you go. He's trying to go around his right end. Sliding back in, ran into his own man and fell at the 1. Alex Wallace taking that handoff. They spotted at the 2. 2nd and goal. And they're coming over to get the instructions on this one. You would expect the Bruins likely, with this being on 2nd down, to just keep this one on the ground, maybe try a little misdirection, but they've got 2 wide receivers. There's the handoff, and Spencer trying to get around it, and they've dropped him for a loss of 2. So he is back at, it looks like they're going to spot it on the 5 or the 4. They're going to spot it on the 5, so it's a loss of 3. So let's see if he's going to perhaps try to go on a slant pattern and get in the end zone with it that way. They would have no hesitation to kick a field goal if they don't make it in. They're going to take time out. So as they do, we will when we come back. The Bruins will be going for it 3rd and goal. Stay with us.
Is your vehicle ready for an oil change? Did you know that we do way more than just tires? From brakes to belts to alignments to even air conditioning work. Engine light on? We can fix that too. Come see us today at one of our 3 King Tire Company locations in Jackson and Humboldt.
If it's black, round, and rolls, we have it in stock for you. I'm Taylor at King Tire Company. Come see us at any of our 3 convenient locations in Jackson or Humboldt and let our family take care of yours.
Buying a home is a major milestone, and at the Bank of Jackson, we want to help you achieve it. Our mortgage specialists can assist you with conventional, VA, FHA, or construction loans, as well as USDA and THDA development loans. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Bruins with 58 yards of offense so far. 46 of them was on that long pass from Corbin Howard to Ryan Hutchison. So let's see what they do on 3rd and goal from the 5. They've been unsuccessful with 2 consecutive running plays. They have 3 men in the backfield and 1 man split out left, and that is Hutchison. And instead, it's going to be Spencer again. He's going to have nowhere to go. They went right with it, and he just had no room, and he was just absolutely swarmed under. And so it's going to be 4th and goal, and the key is, are they going to kick the field goal? They did attempt They were attempting a 43-yarder last week, and it was wiped out. So it's spotted back on the 6. This would be, if they kick the field goal, it would be a 23-yarder. But instead, it looks like they're going for it. Yeah, they are. So it's 4th and goal. And a fake. And the pass. And the slant pattern just out of the hands of Ryan Hutchison. Oh, my. He was right there for the touchdown. Had the slant pattern going right. So the Bruins will give it up on downs at the 6. And they went in 6 plays and made it down 44 yards, but could not convert. So the Tornadoes take it over, and they'll have 94 yards to march in 5 minutes and 43 seconds to do it. And as we've been seeing tonight, they are absolutely a clock-crunching team. So let's see what Keaton Brown calls up this time. Again, 3 wide receivers and 1 man in motion now. And the handoff straight up the middle, but not much room. Maybe about 2 on the play. And getting up a little bit slowly. But Jacob Arnold, they're going to give him to the 7, so a gain of 2. He's picked up 40 yards on the ground tonight in 9 carries. Not a lot of first downs. 2 for USJ, 3 for Union City, and only 1 touchdown on the board, and that one belongs to the Tornadoes. 2nd and 8. And again, trying to go straight up the middle and nowhere to go. I don't think he even made it a half yard. Arnold was just absolutely swarmed by a sea of Bruins led by Barrett Shelton. So no gain on the play. It is 3rd down and 8. He's carried the ball 10 times for 40 yards, but they have sliced his average off on particularly this stand. The Bruins are playing the equivalent of goal line defense here. This is a big 3rd down play, but they're going to chew up as much of the clock as they possibly can before they run one. Down to 10 seconds on the play clock. Down to 3. They're going to have to snap it quick. And they don't get it off. Delay of game. I could tell that somebody was not communicating, and you got to be able to keep your eye on what the play clock was saying. And he did not get it off, so this is going to be half the distance to the goal line. And it'll go back to the 3.5-yard line. That's the 3rd penalty against the Tornadoes for 19 yards. So that is also going to make it a 3rd down and approximately 13. 3rd and 13, and once again, they got to hurry to get it off. They're down to 5 on the play clock. And he gets it off just in the nick of time. Got another flag. And a false start. So that's going to back them up probably. We'll give them another 2 yards on that penalty. They are just going in reverse now. So they're back to the 2. And that is going to make it 3rd down and 15. And he's going to be standing right on the end line, right on his own goal line. And he's going to try to pass, and they are rushing him, and that one was a gamble of a throw. He just absolutely threw it where nobody was in range, but it was in the range of the defenders. So that is only the 2nd pass of the evening for Union City, and it was nowhere near there. So the punter is not going to have a great deal of room there in the end zone to get this one off. you usually are standing 15 yards behind your long snapper. Well, he's only going to have about 12. So it'll be interesting to see if the Bruins decide to come after this one. They got one man in safety back at the 31-yard line. And there's the snap. It's a good one. High kick, but it's not going to go very deep. Fair catch called for, and he bobbled it, and he lost it. And the Tornadoes have it at the 40. Oh, my. Bruins would have had outstanding field position, and he just simply muffed it. So the Tornadoes now, with a little bit more than 3 minutes, now have gone from being in their own back door. They're now at the 40. They have great field position. That was just simply a muff. And there goes the handoff once again, and that's going to be a loss. Bruins defense has really tightened up. Kerbin Thompson, who's the alternate quarterback, took that one for a loss of 2, 2nd and 12. And you can see on this one just how the swarming defense was. Excellent job on that stop by Sam McMillan. He was all over it. But you just have the feeling they're going to try to chew this one up. They're not really as concerned about scoring as going into the locker room with a 7-0 lead. Right over the center once again. And hand up off the middle, and that's going to pick up about 4. And Keaton Brown calling his own number and gets it up to about, we'll give him to the 43, and it's 3rd and 7. Brown's carried it himself 5 times for 23 yards, but now we're under 2 minutes to go. This is a big 3rd down play for the Bruins defense. 3rd and 7. They could at least get one more opportunity at the ball. Brown under center, and he's rolling back to pass, and dropped. And even more important, as Thompson drops it, even more important is the fact that there's still 97 seconds on the clock. So this is a 4th down and 7. And look at him. You had great pursuit on the part of the Bruins, but he had the man open, and Thompson just simply dropped it. Going back deep for the Bruins once again in single safety. Looks like that may be Drew English. I cannot tell because it's so far away from where we are. Finn Frankham is in to punt, and he almost got caught back there. And that one's going to take a bounce in behalf of Union City, and they down it at the 24. So it is a 33-yard punt. Bruins will have 86 seconds to try to negotiate 76 yards. The big question right now is, do they attempt to move it at least in field goal range, or are they going to try to go for just holding on to it and letting the time run out? We're going to keep it right here. The big play in this game, and the only touchdown, was a 4-yard run by Jacob Arnold, the senior for Union City, with 6:49 to go in the first quarter. Bruins had an opportunity about 4 minutes ago deep into Tornado territory. They got down as far as the 4, could not push it in. And then the defense had Union City all the way back on its own 2, and then it was a short punt, and the punt was muffed. And so Union City managed to recover and wind up with good field position, could not move the ball. So the Bruins now have it at the 24, 76 yards away from pay dirt, only 86 seconds to go. So they've had an opportunity to talk it over with Derek Pritchard, and let's see what they're going to dial up. Looks like Aaron Tunstall may be in the background. Or, no, it was Titus Taylor. He's going to go for a big one. They got one-on-one, and it is off of the fingertips of Ryan Hutchison. I think he was looking possibly for a little interference on that play, but he didn't get it called. Just off of his fingertips there at about the 42. That would have opened up a lot of territory for the Bruins. And we got an official's timeout. Let's see what this is all about. And I think that was to let Hutchison get off the field from the opposite end. They wouldn't be so gracious in college football. Here we go. 2nd and 10. Handoff this time is going to get not a great deal of room, maybe 2 yards, possibly 3. Maybe to the 28, so if that's the case, give him 4. And it's 3rd and 6. So Titus Taylor, that's his first positive yardage of the night. They're down to 53 seconds. See if the Bruins can at least push through a first down. Time ticking away. And again, it looks as though they may be just winding this thing down to the final second. They're down to 3, to 2, to 1, and take time out. So there's 30 seconds remaining on the game clock. Let's take one more 30-second break, and we'll be right back.
McCoy's Heating and Air specializes in more than just HVAC services. Our service department has expert plumbers to handle a wide variety of plumbing issues. Do you have a dripping faucet, broken toilet, or broken water heater? Whatever the issue may be, contact McCoy's today for quick service. Call McCoy's Heating and Air at 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com. McCoy's Heating and Air, Jackson's most trusted team of technicians.
Football is one reason to love fall. Here's another. Save up to $16,000 on a fully loaded in-ground pool built this fall. Come by Aloha Pools and Spa's massive showroom on Carriage House Drive for full details and see available styles in person. Cooler weather this fall and a colder winter makes a spa even more enjoyable. Aloha Pools and Spa's massive showroom features a huge selection of spas from the biggest names in the business. Come see us on Carriage House Drive in Jackson.
Boy, would I love to be in one of those Aloha pools. I think this entire stadium would. All right, Bruins. They're back at the 23. Facing 3rd down, and they're just going to run it. Not going to be able to quite get to the first down yardage. Noah Spencer picks up 6 on the play. And I think they're just going to cast this one out because that's 4th down, and they're not going to attempt to punt it and just completely let the clock run out. And your first half ends with Union City in another defensive battle tonight on top 7-0 over the Bruins. And as we say, it has been all on the ground. There has been one pass completion tonight. That was with the Bruins for Ryan Hutchison. That was a 46-yarder that went from midfield down to the Union City 4. And it looked as though the Bruins were going to be able to knot this game up, but instead could not push it in because of that very, very tough Tornado defense. They tried another slant pattern on 4th down, and it went off the fingertips of Hutchison. So we are at 7-0 We're going to take an extended commercial break, and then when we come back, I'll give you all the individual and team totals here at halftime. So stay with us, everybody.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson, or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care, and let your smile say it all.
Hello folks, this is Gary Deaton, right here at Deaton's Carpet One. I want to let you know we've been in business for 48 years. Here's what I believe has made the difference. Our lifetime labor warranty on everything we install. Our healthy living installations, bacteria and germs cannot survive in our new flooring. Our beautiful guarantee, if you don't just love it, we'll replace it. It will make your flooring experience priceless. We're located on Freedom Highway, 1000 Highway 45 bypass in good old Jackson, Tennessee.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
No matter where you are, you can shop 24/7 at HumboldtDodgeChryslerJeep.com with the area's largest used car inventory. Buy a car in your bikini. Buy a truck in your jammies. Buy an SUV in your, well, no matter what you're wearing or not. Shop JonesChevroletHumboldt.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
At Nest Realty Jackson, connections and relationships are at the heart of everything we do. We wake up every day with the goal of helping our agents build trust, relationships, and community. Let's connect.
Is your vehicle ready for an oil change? Did you know that we do way more than just tires? From brakes, to belts, to alignments, to even air conditioning work. Engine light on? We can fix that too. Come see us today at one of our 3 King Tire Company locations in Jackson and Humboldt. Hi, this is Kurt King with King Tire Company. Did you know that you're supposed to rotate your tires every 5,000 miles? Did you know that we do that free at King Tire Company? Come see us today at any 3 King Tire Company locations in Jackson and Humboldt and let my family take care of yours.
If you are in need of luxury interior design services, look no further than Campbell King Interiors. Based in Jackson, Tennessee, Caroline Campbell and Erica King have a combined experience of 31 years. From residential design services to commercial construction, no job is too big. Let Campbell King Interiors transform your vision into reality. You can find them at www.campbellkinginteriors.com or on Instagram and Facebook. If you are in need of luxury interior design services, look no further than Campbell King Interiors. Based in Jackson, Tennessee, Caroline Campbell and Erica King have a combined experience of 31 years. From residential design services to commercial construction, no job is too big. Let Campbell King Interiors transform your vision into reality. You can find them at www.campbellkinginteriors.com or on Instagram and Facebook.
Save thousands on a new Nissan at Carlock Nissan.
You should already be here.
Special interest rates as low as 0%.
You should already be here.
We have cars, trucks, SUVs, and the all-new electric Nissan Ariya.
You should already be here.
We even have no payments for 90 days.
You should already be here.
Save thousands on a new Nissan at Carlock Nissan.
You should, you know what? I'm not gonna say it.
Carlock Nissan of Jackson.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
No matter where you are, you can shop 24/7 at HumboldtDodgeChryslerJeep.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
I will be the greatest.
At Nest Realty Jackson, connections and relationships are at the heart of everything we do. We wake up every day with the goal of helping our agents build trust, relationships, and community. Let's connect.
Buy a car in your bikini. Buy a truck in your jammies. Buy an SUV in your, well, no matter what you're wearing or not. Shop JonesChevroletHumboldt.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
Is your vehicle ready for an oil change? Did you know that we do way more than just tires? From brakes to belts to alignments to even air conditioning work. Engine light on, we can fix that too. Come see us today at one of our 3 King Tire Company locations in Jackson and Humboldt.
Chris King here with King Tire Company. Leveling kits, lift kits, wheels, and tires, we can take care of that at any of our King Tire Company locations at a price you can afford.
Turn to the experts. Since 1955, Garrett Plumbing and Heating has been the leader in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning service and installation for West Tennessee. A proud supporter of USJ Bruin Athletics, we are your local Carrier Factory authorized dealer. Call Garrett Plumbing and Heating 668-3339 for all of your plumbing, heating, and air needs.
At Dynamics Physical Therapy, we help our clients get back to doing what they love. Dynamics is now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Are you looking to build a career? Build a career with West Tennessee's own H&M company. H&M is a leading coast-to-coast industrial design and construction firm for Fortune 500 companies. Founded in Milan in 1957 and headquartered in Jackson, H&M is actively hiring in all areas of construction and engineering. Visit us at hmcompany.com to start building your career today.
Is your vehicle ready for an oil change? Did you know that we do way more than just tires? From brakes to belts to alignments to even air conditioning work. Engine light on, we can fix that too. Come see us today at one of our 3 King Tire Company locations in Jackson and Humboldt.
If it's black, round, and rolls, we have it in stock for you. I'm Taylor at King Tire Company. Come see us at any of our 3 convenient locations in Jackson or Humboldt and let our family take care of yours.
Buying a home is a major milestone, and at the Bank of Jackson, we want to help you achieve it. Our mortgage specialists can assist you with conventional, VA, FHA, or construction loans, as well as USDA and THDA development loans. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
If you are in need of luxury interior design services, look no further than Campbell King Interiors. Based in Jackson, Tennessee, Caroline Campbell and Erica King have a combined experience of 31 years. From residential design services to commercial construction, no job is too big. Let Campbell King Interiors transform your vision into reality. You can find them at www.campbellkinginteriors.com or on Instagram and Facebook.
McCoy's Heating and Air specializes in more than just HVAC services. Our service department has expert plumbers to handle a wide variety of plumbing issues. Do you have a dripping faucet, broken toilet, or broken water heater? Whatever the issue may be, contact McCoy's today for quick service. Call McCoy's Heating and Air at 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com. McCoy's Heating and Air, Jackson's most trusted team of technicians.
Football is one reason to love fall. Here's another. Save up to $16,000 on a fully loaded in-ground pool built this fall. Come by Aloha Pools and Spa's massive showroom on Carriage House Drive for full details and see available styles in person. Cooler weather this fall and a colder winter makes a spa even more enjoyable. Aloha Pools and Spas' massive showroom features a huge selection of spas from the biggest names in the business. Come see us on Carriage House Drive in Jackson.
Steve Beverly back with you at halftime and reminding you this is a copyrighted broadcast of Worthy Road Studios for 2023. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, editing, or further use of this BallGame Blitz broadcast without the written consent of Worthy Road Studios is strictly prohibited. Well, let's give you some halftime statistics now, and you're not going to see a great deal of offense either way, particularly in first downs. Union City with 3 first downs and USJ with 2. The teams, with the exception of maybe 1 or 2 big plays, have not really been able to move the ball effectively against each other because the defenses have been so strong. Passing USJ, 1 out of 5. They did complete one for 46 yards, and that was to Ryan Hutchison from midfield down to the 4, but they couldn't push the ball in for a touchdown. Union City has not completed a pass in 3 attempts. They have had 1 interception by Noah Spencer, and that is his 2nd of the season. Rushing, the Bruins have carried it 13 times for 22 yards, led by Noah Spencer, but he hasn't been able to get off one of those big runs as he did last week. He's carried it 8 times for 15 yards. Union City, 21 carries for 80 yards in the game, led by Arnold, Jacob Arnold, the running back, who is a 190-pound senior. He's carried it 10 times for 40 yards to lead the Bruins, so he's half their output. Return yards. We haven't seen any explosive returns tonight. In fact, Union City, 7 yards and 1 return, and the Bruins, none so far tonight. Fumbles, each team has lost 1. For the Bruins, one of them was absolutely critical because it was at the 31-yard line of the Tornadoes, and it was a muff. And they lost possession, and that potentially could have led to a score. Penalties in the game tonight. You've had 1 penalty for 5 yards against the Bruins. It's been 4 penalties for 21 yards for Union City. In the punting department, the Bruins 29 yards on 3 punts, and Union City has averaged 35.5 yards on 2 punts tonight. So those are your halftime statistics brought to you by the BallGame Blitz Sports Network and Worthy Road Studios. And I'll run down some of these other totals so far. You've had, for USJ, Howard has had 1 carry for 2 yards. Taylor has taken it twice for 3 yards. And Wallace twice for 2 yards. Over on the other side for the Union City Tornadoes, as we mentioned, it is Arnold, Jacob Arnold, 10 carries for 40 yards. Brown, the quarterback, has had 5 carries for 23 yards, calling his own number. And then there's just been some scattered yardage from the other backs so far in the game tonight. So it has been, shall we say, one of those defensive struggles. Last week had a lot more explosiveness in it as USJ ran for more than 250 yards against Peabody. But tonight they have had a hard time getting those chunks of 6, 8, 10 yards in succession on multiple plays. And that is something I know they're going to be talking about in the locker room, or have been talking about, and the adjustments that they'll make for the second half. They know exactly what they're going to face again in the second half from Union City. And that is simply the fact that this is a grinded out, wear the clock out type of offense. We're going to keep it on the ground. Actually, the 3 passes they have thrown tonight, in talking to some of the people close to their program this week, that's actually more than they expected in the entire game. But this is one of those, again, if you look at it, there have been a couple of drops for USJ that could have gone for more excessive yardage. We're only about 1:10 away from the start of this second half. The teams are beginning to make their way back onto the field. And it has been, shall we say, what looked like was going to be a slim turnout to start with, and then the fans began trickling in a little bit before 8 o'clock. And we have a solid group of USJ supporters here that are hoping the second half will turn things around for the Bruins tonight. Next week, the Bruins will be making their first road trip, although I don't think you could say it's too far. They'll be out Windy City Road as they take on Trinity Christian Academy, and then the following week they'll be at USJ. But this is one they would love to be able to go into that game against Jackson Christian next week, 2-0. So we'll see how all of this begins to shape up, as we haven't seen the Bruins come back out yet, and now they're beginning to trickle back in. Got the captains leading them back out now, and so we are about set to go here probably in the next 30 seconds or so and get these teams lined up. I did an update check on the temperature, and right now, and as we're doing this game live at 9:12, the temperature is 84, but it's that feels like heat index is still 96 here as we're past 9 o'clock tonight. That's what it feels like out there on the field. And a lot of times coming off this turf out here, it can be even hotter than that. It's not like it is when we've got the sun beating down, and I want to salute the TSSAA and the individual athletic departments of all of these schools across West Tennessee and probably the remainder of the state that made the decision to delay kickoffs tonight until 8 o'clock. Because this is absolutely dangerous, oppressive heat. We are under an excessive heat advisory here in Madison County. As you see a lot of that enthusiastic Bruins student section. We are under this excessive heat advisory until at least 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. That may be extended. So the team's taking their warm-up exercises, and here we go. And you see tossing on the sideline, Corbin Howard and Caden Creech are doing some warm-up tosses. Bruin cheerleaders, you'd never tell that they are dealing with a huge amount of humidity tonight. This is one night that you do not see blankets being passed out in the bleachers. As I mentioned a couple of weeks ago at the Jamboree, I've called USJ softball and baseball games in the spring into April, in which when the sun goes down, people had been passing out blankets all over the place because it was still extraordinarily chilly. But because one of the reasons the seasons start earlier than they did, in years past, seasons started after Labor Day. It would be the first Friday night before or after Labor Day. One of the reasons that it is advanced is because of the longer round of playoffs that is at the back end of the season. So the postseason has done a lot to make schools across the state have to push back into, you get to the point, you talk about last week, we were August 18th, we were barely mid-August, and doing the Jamboree on August the 11th, that was an oppressive night indeed, because we were up here in this press box and we're a little bit elevated from many of the people in the bleachers, and that sun was beating down on us with a 6 o'clock kickoff 2 weeks ago, and then the 7 o'clock last week. Hello, everybody. I don't know where we are. He must be picking me up from down there, but yeah, here we are. This is where we camp out at. We're way above everybody else up here in the press box, but I got to tell you, there's not any air conditioning right here for very good reason. It wouldn't help because we have to be able to look out and see this field. If we didn't, it would fog up here. So that's why we are, it's like we're being out in the midst with everybody else. The one difference I don't have to deal with is that I'm not sitting next to people as a lot of these folks are, which that, you know, particularly the body heat makes it even worse. Well, the teams are getting set back up, and the second half kickoff is going to go to the Tornadoes. And they're going to have two men in safety, Adrian Crawford, the 175-pound sophomore, and Teari Jones. He is the real threat, and I'm sure the Bruins will probably try to kick it away from him because Jones had a big punt return for a touchdown last week. And we are about set to go. And to kick it off, Cooper Sykes, the junior. And we're underway with the second half. Instead, he does a ground scooter that is picked up by DJ Evans, a freshman, at the 36-yard line. So they took a little bit of a gamble there to see if they could possibly manage to navigate a fumble on that, or perhaps maybe get down and get not a true onside kickoff, but just a free ball. But anyway, DJ Evans on it at the 36-yard line. So not bad field position for Union City to start this second half. They rushed for 80 yards in the first half. All right, Brown back at quarterback. He doesn't get into the shotgun much. He's usually right under center. And calls his own number again and gets about one. They stop him at the 38. Maybe two. Yeah, they're going to give him two on that one. So it's 2nd down and 8. Brown with 25 yards rushing. They are led by Arnold with 40. He had half of their output in the first half. But as we mentioned, this is not a tempo team. They will take all the time possible off the clock before they snap it. Brown again barking signals, a man in motion, and it goes up the middle. And a big pickup of about 16 yards for Jacob Arnold. And it's going to be a gain of 14. But for Arnold, that puts him at 54 yards rushing, and that is first down number 4 for the Tornadoes. And you can see him. He just powered his way. It was excellent blocking on the line. So Bruins need to dig their heels in as they have moved into Bruin territory at the 49. Once again, it's Jones in motion, and the handoff goes to Arnold. And probably 2 yards on the pickup. Excellent job on the stop by Christian Melton and Miles Horton. And you can watch him. They just snagged him up. He was churning, but he picks up 2. Second down and 8 for the Tornadoes. They've already reeled off 2 minutes from the clock here in this third quarter. Right up the middle again. And there he goes. This is a big one. And Brown has broken 2 tackles and made it all the way down to the 19-yard line. And you see, he started at the 47. And right there were 2 Bruins that just simply missed him, and this is a 28-yard romp for Brown. So he has given them a lot of leverage, and that is the 5th first down now for Union City as they've made it down. They've spotted it right at about the 20. But that was an excellent run, and he managed to dodge defenders right at the line and then found his way open for that 28-yard run. So they're in the red zone, and the handoff going around left end. He's going to score untouched. Jacob Arnold, a 20-yard run for a touchdown. So Arnold with both touchdowns in the game now for Union City, and you can see right there the blocking was perfect. There was misdirection on it, and he just carried it right in untouched with 9:18 to go here in the third quarter. So here they go for the extra point. It's Finn Frankham, the junior. Snap bobbled just a little bit, and it was wide. So they bobbled that snap just a little bit. But 9 minutes, 18 seconds remaining, and the Tornadoes lead it 13-0. Let's take a break. We'll be back. It'll be Bruins ball.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care and let your smile say it all.
Hello folks, this is Gary Deaton, right here at Deaton's Carpet One. I want to let you know we've been in business for 48 years. Here's what I believe has made the difference. Our lifetime labor warranty on everything we install. Our healthy living installation, bacteria and germs cannot survive in our new flooring. Our beautiful guarantee, if you don't just love it, we'll replace it. It will make your flooring experience priceless. We're located on Freedom Highway, 1000 Highway 45 bypass in good old Jackson, Tennessee.
That drive covered 64 yards in 6 plays for the touchdown by Jacob Arnold. So he's got both touchdowns tonight, a 13-0 lead. Bruins have their work cut out for them, and this is a crucial possession to try to get back in this one. And back to kick is Marcos Landros. He's a junior, and they've been really impressed with him, and Frankham also. He does a lot of the place kicking on extra points. That one goes back to the 6. And trying to move it down the left-hand side of the field, and going big is Drew English, and finally gets it down to about the 35-yard line, a 26-yard return for Drew English. So much better field position now for the Bruins. And they'll have 65 yards to navigate. And let's see what kind of offensive adjustments they've made here. They had one long pass play in the first half to Ryan Hutchison. Corbin Howard calling the signals, got a man in motion, and they hand it to him, and that's Alex Wallace. And he gets about 3, gets down close to the 38. That's his third carry of the evening. You can see him in motion behind Howard, and then he just hands it right back to him, and they were looking to get one more block out of that, didn't. It was good pursuit on the part of the Tornado defense, but he still got about 3 on the play, so second down and a long 7. And there's a one out in the flat to the 45, 50, 45, and down to the 42-yard line. Sam McMillan, he goes to the tight end this time. Outstanding job. 20-yard pickup. Just found him out there in the flat, and he had some good running room as he's finally knocked down at the 42. So the Bruins with their third first down, and here they go. Oh, just about blew that one, but then again, Noah Spencer holds on to it and gains about 10. Actually about 7. He's at the 35. So the Bruins finally coming alive with some offense here. They have moved the ball quite well. And here he goes, back to pass, over the middle and off the fingertips of Sam McMillan, and he had running room. So it's going to be a third down. They're still at the 35. They've got to get to the 32 for a first down. That was a sure one. Bruins 2 of 7 in the passing department for 66 yards. Here they go with the handoff, and Spencer, they were not fooled by that at all. They went straight up the middle, and it's a loss of 1, and they're going for it. So the Bruins at the 37, it is 4th and 4, and they're going to go for it. 7.5 to go in the third quarter. Howard looks to the sidelines for his signals. Still got plenty of time to get it off. 14 seconds left on the game clock. Now he's got to get some urgency, down to 6. He's got it, and he's rolling left. Fires, and he's got it. First down. Bouncing off the defenders, getting down to the 11-yard line. Once again, Ryan Hutchison on a big play. Let's take a look at this one again. And you can see how that one he had him in between 2 defenders, and just naturally he carried it on down to the 11-yard line. An outstanding play, and we've got timeout, so we're going to keep it right here because we don't know whether this is going to be, I think this is going to be a short timeout. And here they go. They're coming back out. So here they go. It was a 23-yard pickup. And he's going for it. He's going to get in there untouched. Sam McMillan going to the tight end again. Beautiful misdirection. Touchdown, Bruins. Look at it again. And he's got him out there, and the defenders were completely fooled. Makes it in easily, so touchdown, Bruins. Back in it now. You make effective use of the tight end, and you've got a weapon that is absolutely sometimes unbeatable, and that is exactly what they needed to open this up. So Corbin Howard with his first touchdown pass of the season. Up and good! So Bruins have closed it now on a drive that went 5 plays and 64 yards, and they nailed it 13-7. Back after this timeout.
Downtown is thriving, and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
No matter where you are, you can shop 24/7 at HumboldtDodgeChryslerJeep.com with the area's largest used car inventory. Buy a car in your bikini. Buy a truck in your jammies. Buy an SUV in your, well, no matter what you're wearing or not. Shop JonesChevroletHumboldt.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
At Nest Realty Jackson, connections and relationships are at the heart of everything we do. We wake up every day with the goal of helping our agents build trust, relationships, and community. Let's connect.
Well, on that drive, the fans forgot all about that they were sweating because it was a beautiful drive. 6 plays, 64 yards for the Bruins, and they have awakened. And now, for the first time this season, the Bruins have more yards gained in the passing department than rushing. 4 out of 9 for 99 yards for Corbin Howard in that one touchdown. And in the rushing department, 31 yards in the game. So they finally gotten up to 130 yards of offense. Union City has still not completed a pass in the game tonight. They have, and I'm trying to get my totals here very quickly before the kickoff, 146 yards rushing. All of it is on the ground. So the teams are almost even when it comes to total offense in this game tonight. And there's some of the young ones trying to take it a little easy. You know, when you're that age, you don't worry about whether or not it's hot and humid. You just get out there, love to be out there with your friends. I'll make mention again, as we have several times this week, a happy birthday to a lady that is the senior of seniors in Jackson, Madison County this week, celebrating her 105th birthday. Hey, it's the Lawrence Welk Show. Look at all the bubbles. Lady celebrating her 105th birthday this week, Mabel Womack. Congratulations to her, and it was a great celebration this week on Tuesday of that monumental milestone for her. Well, the Bruins got a milestone touchdown now. What they have to do is to try to continue defensively. They shut down on the last series, and that one a flag. Let's see if somebody was over the 40 whenever the kick started. Yep, false start. It's only the second penalty of the night. Bruins have done a good job of cutting back on that. And once again, you've got Teari Jones back in single safety, the 165-pound junior. This has been indeed a different Union City team than we saw last week that defensively just could not do anything in their opener, losing 40-6. They got an early touchdown in the game, and it looked as though it was going to be a horse race in that one, and it indeed was not. And they're not accustomed to losing that way. So, in talking to some of their folks, they said this was a game that it was so critical for them. That's not a ground scooter, but he had to fall on that one very, very quickly. Bobbling that one was Adrian Crawford. So that's the same strategy that they attempted the first time out. Look at this. The idea in mind is, you saw it go end over end, is to make it where it is difficult to hold on to it that way. And he reached out for it and had to just fall on it. So they're going to start on the 32. Not far from where they started their first series of this half. 6:39 to go. But just remember, this is a team that all night long, their strategy has been to keep it on the ground and chew up the clock. And in fact, all of their offense has been on the ground. Arnold, the leader, with 76 yards rushing. And we got timeout. We'll take a break. Bruins trailing 13-7.
Is your vehicle ready for an oil change? Did you know that we do way more than just tires? From brakes to belts to alignments to even air conditioning work. Engine light on? We can fix that too. Come see us today at one of our 3 King Tire Company locations in Jackson and Humboldt. Hi, this is Kurt King with King Tire Company. Did you know that you're supposed to rotate your tires every 5,000 miles? Did you know that we do that free at King Tire Company? Come see us today at any 3 King Tire Company locations in Jackson and Humboldt, and let my family take care of yours.
If you are in need of luxury interior design services, look no further than Campbell King Interiors. Based in Jackson, Tennessee, Caroline Campbell and Erica King have a combined experience of 31 years. From residential design services to commercial construction, no job is too big. Let Campbell King Interiors transform your vision into reality. You can find them at www.campbellkinginteriors.com or on Instagram and Facebook.
That excessive heat warning for Madison County has been extended until 10 o'clock tomorrow evening, so we are definitely not out of the woods by any stretch of the imagination. But Sunday, we are expecting showers to move through, a front to come through, and we are going to have, at least what the forecast is showing, 7 consecutive days in the 80s. More on that later. Here we go. It is tornado ball at their own 32. And they're going to go up the middle with it. Once again, Jacob Arnold, who has been pretty much the workhorse tonight, and he picked up, they spot it at about the 37, so we'll give him 5. That's 81 yards on the ground tonight for Arnold, and he's just straight ahead. There's nothing spectacular about that, just get the blocking. Bruins with a much smaller front 4. And they're going to go to the quarterback once again. And Brown just floats his way down to the 45 for a pickup of 8. 61 yards for him. And again, the key thing here is just that front line is moving out. The front line on defense for the Bruins, and he just made it all the way down to the 45, and that is first down number 7 for the evening for Union City. And once again, Keaton Brown, the senior, calling signals. He goes at 205 pounds. Going up the middle once again. No, he fakes it, and he carries it around right in, and he may have another first down. They're going to mark him out at the 46, so give him 9. But he has very effectively called his own number, as you see once again here. You thought it was going up the middle, but instead he faked it and went around and almost got the first down. It's 2nd down and 1 for the Tornadoes. You got to know that particularly with this game being played on the ground, these guys from both sides they're just dead tired because they're washed down out there. And they're content to just clock that time off. He barely got across for the first down, but all that matters is that he did, and so Jacob Arnold gets it to the 45 for the first down. First down number 8 for the Tornadoes. They're 45 yards away from pay dirt, and so far they have clicked off about a minute and a half on this drive. They started with 6:43 to go. So far it's been 4 plays in the drive. And quarterback taking it himself, and he just leans to his left and gets that extra yardage. And they marked it at the 40. Brown now with 75 yards on the ground on his own. We've been told before tonight's game to expect to see him call his own number. It's 2nd down and 5 from the 40. And he's going to hand up and spilled almost in a tumble. And wait a minute, a fumble. Now, was it after he was down? And it is. It's Bruin ball, we think. Union City is still trying to argue that it's their ball. And their offense is still trying to stay on the field. Well, let's take a look at it once again. He did a tumble, but his knee did not touch the ground whenever that ball came out. And let's see who it was that picked that up. That one is Ben Melton who came up with it. It is Bruin ball. That's the 2nd lost fumble of the evening. And here he goes around left end. Noah Spencer, and that is perilously close, and that is unnecessary roughness. He gained 8 yards on the play. And they're probably going to have 15 more tacked onto that. You got to know there's some frustration on the part of the Tornadoes. And they're talking it over. It's at the 47. Yeah, personal foul. They're going to tack on another 15. So that's going to take it to the 38-yard line. Now, here's what happened. You see him. Noah has got a clear field ahead, and then they forced him out at the 47 and then shoved him down almost with the Oklahoma Stampede when they got to the sidelines. That was one of Cowboy Bill Watts' old moves. 36 yards and penalties now, and going back to pass. And instead he's going to carry it himself. Only got about a yard. Union City did a great job of covering the receivers. And you can see right here, as he's rolling to about this point, he sees somebody that he wants to fire it to, but they were all covered. So he just had no choice but do the best he could. So Corbin gained 1, 2nd and 9 for the Bruins, trying to get the game-leading touchdown, or at least the game-tying touchdown. Is going to go for it all, and that one was just too far. Led him about 4 yards too long with that pass, trying to get it to Ryan Hutchison, who was open. He had his man beaten. Bruins 4 of 10 for the night in passing for 99 yards, and now they've got a big decision here on 3rd down and 9, 3:37 remaining here in the third quarter. Now, when you can get a turnover forced, as they did, you want to capitalize on it. They've got 3 men split out left. Fakes it to Spencer. And that one that did not look like that was a very well-developed play. They were trying to get it to Noah, but he was virtually out of bounds at that point. So that makes it 4th and 9. Now the question is, they're going to come in. It looks like the punting unit is going to come in. They're going to see if they can pin back Union City deep. And Drew English is in to punt. He'll be standing right at about the 47, his own 47. And they've got nobody back deep for Union City. And he just lets it go. And it's going to stop at about the 10, and they're going to let it roll, and at the 6. There you go, a 32-yard punt. So they have pinned them back all the way back to the 6-yard line. And this is where you hope your defense really begins to dig in. This is the second time tonight that they have had Union City pinned this far back. And at one point, they had them all the way back to the 2. And there was a short punt, and they muffed it. So Bruins feeling the momentum right now after being able to get a fumble recovery and now having the Tornadoes all the way back down to the 6-yard line, but still trailing by 6. Steve Beverly with the story from Carlock Stadium at Kirkland Field in Jackson, Tennessee, on the beautiful campus of University School of Jackson. And we're going to take time out. We'll be back right after this.
Save thousands on a new Nissan at Carlock Nissan.
You should already be here.
Special interest rates as low as 0%.
You should already be here.
We have cars, trucks, SUVs, and the all-new electric Nissan Aria.
You should already be here.
We even have no payments for 90 days.
You should already be here.
Save thousands on a new Nissan at Carlock Nissan.
You should, you know what? I'm not going to say it.
Carlock Nissan of Jackson.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
No matter where you are, you can shop 24/7 at HumboldtDodgeChryslerJeep.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
If the teams get back to a regular practice schedule this week, with the temperatures expected to be back down in the 80s, the low to mid 80s, then Wednesday night at 7:30 we'll be coming your way with the first of the season USJ Coaches Show, and it'll be live from the Blacksmith Restaurant downtown in Jackson, and I'll be with Coach Derek Pritchard and his staff and some of the great players of the Bruins. We'll look forward to having you with us if practice schedules don't force them back into the evening. Right now, Union City back on its own 6. They lead 13-7, but they have been under pressure here in this second half. And carrying it himself once again in a pickup of about 4 is Keaton Brown, the quarterback. Second down 6. He's picked up 79 yards tonight, rushing himself, 84 yards for Arnold. So between the two of them, they have nailed 163 yards, and Brown was a 1,000-yard rusher last season. And they want to continue to move that front line, and they stopped him, looked like at the 12, but he began to just churn his legs and made it down to the 15, so it's going to be 3rd and 1. And you can see it, Bruins thought they had him stacked up at the 12, but he fought off one defender, and Arnold picked up 5, give him 89 yards on the night. So this is a big 3rd and 1 as we're ticking down close to the 2-minute mark in this game. Brown calling the signals. And he's got the first down, and he is just continuing to churn as he made it all the way to the 27-yard line. 12-yard carry, and just look at the power between those legs as he just keeps churning. He just does not stop. He's over 100 yards for the night now, 101 yards rushing on 18 carries for Jacob Arnold. So they've managed to move it out from the 6 to the 27-yard line. 1st and 10 Tornadoes. And that one nowhere to go. Got a yard on it. Arnold with 1. Second and 9, but they are content to let this clock roll, which is what this offense is designed to do, playing a triple option and out of the flex bone. It's a throwback offense. But the way they figure it, they can let their defense handle the game if they can get a couple of scores against a team like USJ. The big thing that the Bruins need is to force another turnover. And handoff, that one's going nowhere. Maybe another yard for Arnold. But that play was, I think, intended just strictly to grind it out. They're at the 28. So it's a 3rd and 9. They have to get this off by the time 10 seconds are there on your clock on your screen right now. They have to get the snap off by that time. 3rd and 9. Another big defensive set here for the Bruins. This would be huge to go into the 4th quarter with a stop. And quarterback calling his number. He's going nowhere. The quarter is going to end, but he only made it to the 31-yard line. 4th and they put it actually on the 30, and that is your 3rd quarter. Well, the Bruins picked up a score, and we are down to the final 12. We'll be back. We got to go get them Bruins. It's 13-7 Union City.
I will be the greatest, greatest, greatest. 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 I will be the
At Nest Realty Jackson, connections and relationships are at the heart of everything we do. We wake up every day with the goal of helping our agents build trust, relationships, and community. Let's connect.
Buy a car in your bikini. Buy a truck in your jammies. Buy an SUV in your, well, no matter what you're wearing or not. Shop JonesChevroletHumboldt.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
And we expect a punt to start the fourth quarter from Union City. Bruins trailing 13-7, but hoping to get the ball back on this play, which is a 4th down and 8. And back deep to punt. This is Finn Frankham. So far tonight, he's punted twice for an average of 35.5 yards. Bruins have one man in single safety. And that's a high punt that's going to bounce out of bounds at the 38-yard line. So not as strong of a punt as they would have liked. $29-yard punt, so the Bruins with good field position at their own 38, and they've got virtually an entire quarter. The one thing that you have to look at is if the Bruins get a lead, the flex bone is not necessarily the best comeback offense. Now, that doesn't mean you can't do it, but it's because that offense is designed to just wear out your opposition by taking long chunks off the clock and forcing it on the run. But as we've seen, the Bruins do have a passing attack that has come alive tonight, 99 yards in the air, including one TD pass to McMillan. And here's another one. And he's going to get to the 40. Tripped up, but he stays on his feet to the 46, an 8-yard gain for Alex Wallace. That puts him over 100 yards passing tonight, and he was just out there in the flat ready to go. 5 of 12 in the air tonight. Big second down play. And Noah maybe gets one. They have really shut down Noah Spencer tonight compared to his 165 yards last week against Peabody, so it's 3rd down and 1. Bruins really need this one. They got 1.5 yards to go from the 46.5. They've got 3 men flanked out left. Taking their time, getting the signals right from Bo Wallace on the sidelines. And here they go. He's going to pass it over the middle. He's got it at the 45 and gets down to the 42 of Union City. Excellent job on the reception. And Tunstall just grabbed it and made, no, that's Hutchison. And we got an injury down on the field. Got an injured player for Union City. And with that first down, that's number 7 of the night for USJ. Union City has 9. They got him up. That's Cohen Wood. He's a 200-pound senior linebacker. But the Bruins are now threatening. They have it at the 42 of Union City. $115 yards passing tonight. 6 out of 13 for Corbin Howard. This is going to be a pitch out. Spencer's got some room. He's gone. 30, 25, 20, 15. He's gone. Touchdown, Bruins! 42 yards, Noah Spencer. Perfect blocking on the part. They got separation right there at the 40, and he just dodged two defenders. He had one man to beat, and there he went. Big extra point on the way. Bruins with a chance to lead for the first time tonight. The kick is up, and good, no good, wide right. Oh my, so we are tied at 13. That one just sailed right, and so we are tied at 13 with 10:19 to go. We'll be back to see who breaks the deadlock after this.
Is your vehicle ready for an oil change? Did you know that we do way more than just tires? From brakes to belts to alignments to even air conditioning work. Engine light on? We can fix that too. Come see us today at one of our 3 King Tire Company locations in Jackson and Humboldt.
Chris King here with King Tire Company. Leveling kits, lift kits, wheels, and tires, we can take care of that at any of our King Tire Company locations at a price you can afford.
Turn to the experts. Since 1955, Garrett Plumbing and Heating has been the leader in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning service and installation for West Tennessee. A proud supporter of USJ Bruin Athletics, we are your local Carrier Factory authorized dealer. Call Garrett Plumbing and Heating, 668-3339, for all of your plumbing, heating, and air needs.
Bruin fans were signaled by the players to get up and yell, and they have indeed done that. After trailing in this one all the way, they have tied it at 13. Noah Spencer's 42-yard touchdown run off left tackle. And the Bruins tonight have finally moved up to about 81 yards rushing. 115 yards in the passing department, 196 overall. But they got to hold them now. There's still 10:19 to go, and it's a brand new game. But the big key now is trying to stop this big offensive line that has been successful for most of the evening for Union City. Bruins had a big win over the Tornadoes in Union City last year. This is one that high drama is built on. 10:19 to go, and here goes the kickoff. Sykes kicks it again, a ground scooter, and getting that fumble, but they pick it up. Dangerous situation. Andre Small managed to pounce on it. That's one reason you try those kinds of kicks, because you never know when somebody's going to have it to bounce off their chest right into the hands of one of your people. They'll start at the 34, 66 yards to navigate. Arnold is the game leader with 102 yards rushing. He has 2 touchdowns in the game on runs of 4 and 20. But the Bruins control the second half. All right, this defense has got to be tired, but they've had a rest with that touchdown drive. And here he goes. He bounces off one defender, almost went to his knee, but gets to the 38. So it'll be a gain of 4 for Arnold. Now notice as he gets right to about the 35, it looked as though his knee was about to go, but he held down He dropped to the ground with his hand instead of his knee, and so he managed to hold on to get that 4-yard gain. Now, this team would love to be able to just run the clock out, get deep, and there you go, quarterback keeper. And he gets down to the 46-yard line, and that's a first down. A gain of 8 for Keaton Brown. That gives him 88 yards. This is like a quarterback draw, and just pounds his way up the middle to the 46. That is first down number 10 tonight for Union City. The Bruins have 7. They're down to 9:15 to go. Got a man in motion, and they hand it to him. It's Jones. And he is being pursued, but he is getting away, and he gets all the way down to the Bruin 40. That is not what they were looking to see. A gain of 13 for Teari Jones. That's his biggest run of the night. They spotted at the 39 of the Bruins. 11 first downs now for the Tornadoes, and they have moved it efficiently on this drive. Again, he had a man in motion, hands it off up the middle to Arnold, and he gets it down to the 35. They spot it back on the 36. 109 yards running tonight for Arnold. 22 carries. So he's averaged about 5 yards a clip tonight. It's a second down and 7 from the 36 of the Bruins. Very calm, collected senior quarterback is Keaton Brown. Going to call his own number once again, and he finds his blockers and dances down to about the 33. So he gains 3. 3rd and 4. It's been all on the ground. They have not thrown a pass in this half. They threw 3 in the first half. They were all incomplete, 1 intercepted by Noah Spencer. This is a big, big third down play for both teams. Clock under 8 minutes. And handoff. That's going to go for first down yardage. Down to about the 28. So Arnold is continuing to do the damage for the Tornadoes. 12 first downs now. And you can see they had the blocking over right tackle. At the 27. Now this is a team that has confidence in its place kicking from outside. I think they probably need to get another 10 yards if they decided to go for a field goal. But they want to drive this in for a touchdown. And here he goes. He is spilled there at the 15-yard line, but not before he makes a first down. They're going to spot it at the 16. Another first down as they have just grinded the yardage out. And that puts him over 100 yards. Brown now with 102, so they've got 2 100-yard rushers. And as we'd been told beforehand, you know, he's a guy who is he's a dual threat quarterback, but he'll do it with his legs anywhere else. So they're in the red zone at the 16. He got out of bounds, so the clock is stopped with 7:14 to go. Got a man in motion, but they go up the middle again. And they're just pushing this tired Bruin unit on defense. And he gained down to the 11, so that's going to be a gain of 6. 120 yards now for Arnold. This is where you hope you get a big play right here defensively that could break this drive up. But it has been nothing but nonstop, up the middle, a couple of that have been around right in. And they are just content to let the seconds tick off. They've got 15 seconds on the play clock. Let's see what Brown calls. Got another man in motion. Calls his own number once again, and he just continues to glide and carries defenders with him down to about the 5. And that's another first down. It is now 1st and goal as he's all the way down to the 4. So here's where the goal line defense has to be tough, because you're probably not going to get more than one more chance at the ball. And there he goes, and he's in for the touchdown. That was a drive that belonged to Keaton Brown. He called his own number 6 times on that drive, and the hole was right there around left guard, and he just completely sneaked it in. And Union City with 14 first downs, and it looks like they're going to go for 2, because they would love to put the pressure in, particularly with their success in running. And with barely half the 4th quarter remaining, they would love to put the pressure right here and force USJ to be able to get 8 points. So Brown's going to call the signals, and timeout is called. All right, let's take a 60-second timeout. We'll be right back with the 2-point conversion.
At Dynamics Physical Therapy, we help our clients get back to doing what they love. Dynamics is now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Are you looking to build a career? Build a career with West Tennessee's own H&M Company. H&M is a leading coast-to-coast industrial design and construction firm for Fortune 500 companies. Founded in Milan in 1957 and headquartered in Jackson, H&M is actively hiring in all areas of construction and engineering. Visit us at hmcompany.com to start building your career today.
All right, here come the Tornadoes. They're going for 2. This is as big as any run in that drive in which they scored, and their fans are going crazy over on the opposite side. But the Bruins need a big stop here. Man in motion. And Brown is not going to make it. They stopped him at the 1. He tried to lean forward with it, but he could not get it in. So the 2-point conversion is no good, so it's 19-13. We've still got nearly 6 minutes remaining. Let's take a break. Back with the big drive after this.
Is your vehicle ready for an oil change? Did you know that we do way more than just tires? From brakes to belts to alignments to even air conditioning work. Engine light on? We can fix that too. Come see us today at one of our 3 King Tire Company locations in Jackson and Humboldt.
If it's black, round, and rolls, we have it in stock for you. I'm Taylor at King Tire Company. Come see us at any of our 3 convenient locations in Jackson or Humboldt and let our family take care of yours.
Buying a home is a major milestone, and at the Bank of Jackson, we want to help you achieve it. Our mortgage specialists can assist you with conventional, VA, FHA, or construction loans, as well as USDA and THDA development loans. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The Tornadoes did not pass it once in that 10-play drive. 6 carries by quarterback Keaton Brown, including the 4-yarder for the touchdown. They could not drive it in for the 2-point conversion that would have really put the pressure on the Bruins. They got enough pressure as it is because they got to go all the way and score and hopefully get an extra point with 5:52 remaining. And frankly, what you hope is if you can do that, that you don't score too quickly and leave them enough time, because this is a team that, again, is satisfied to grind it out. In the game, 14 first downs for Union City, 8 for USJ. The Bruins have had 115 yards passing tonight. And in the rushing department, led by Noah Spencer, 71. They have 82 yards rushing. So 197 yards total offense for the Bruins. Union City, everything they have tonight is on the ground. And they've done it quite well. 248 yards tonight. And here comes a big kickoff. Marcos Landros. Bruins have twin safeties standing at about the 10. This is where you got to have sure hands on it. And he gets it deep. Going to the 5, and it's Spencer. To the 10, the 15, 25, 30. That was Drew English, actually a 25-yard return on the play, and gives the Bruins the ball on the 30. Actually, the 29-yard line. They move it back there. So an excellent return, 71 yards they need to cover. And this is where early in the season coaches look at a team like USJ and say, okay, where's our character at? We're down. How do we overcome the adversity? 5:45 remaining. We're about to see. Here goes the handoff. Noah Spencer, he's got an opening. He's got down to the 31-yard line. So he picks up 2 on the play. Noah with 73 yards rushing. It looked as though he might slip out of one of these defenders and maybe break it for 8 to 10 yards, but they got him from behind. All right, this time Noah again fakes the pass. He's going left. He goes to the 39, and the question is he close enough for the first down? They are going to call timeout and perhaps measure this one. They spot it. It's third and probably about 18 inches. 5 minutes, 14 seconds to go. They give him the first down. That's his 9th first down of the game for the Bruins. So they peeled one off in 2 plays. And he hands off again. This is Spencer. He's playing workhorse now. Gets down to the 44. Another 5. 86 yards for Noah. Clock ticking away. Getting close to the 4:45 mark. They're taking their time in the backfield. 3 men, and he's going to go for the pass. And there's a screen. Down to the 50, the 46-yard line, and a little bit of a shove after that one, but nice reception on the screen to Sam McMillan. And there he is down to the 16, another first down. 7 out of 14 in the passing department tonight. They're grinding it out with 4:10 to go. He's going to go for it all. And That's interference. That was one of those you better be there balls. Ryan Hutchison was there, and he was absolutely tripped up. Pass interference. Now remember, in high school ball, it's a 15-yard penalty. So that's going to bring it to the 32 of Union City. That one was big, and it makes it the 11th first down of the evening. 51 yards and penalties against Union City. If USJ goes on to score, that could be a big one on the night. They're at the 32. Fakes the handoff. He's going to throw again. Gets it out in the flat. Another screen. He's at the 20, the 15, and he stepped out of bounds. He got the first down at the 20. Big passing on this drive. Great pickup by Sam McMillan, and he goes out on the 20. 140 yards passing. First down at the 20. And there he goes. At the 10, the 5, touchdown Bruins! 20 yards for Noah Spencer. Look at this. Beautiful blocking. The hole wide open up the middle as he tracks it into the end zone untouched. His second touchdown of the game, his fourth touchdown of the season. Now the big extra point. Remember, 3:51 remains. The kick is up and good. The Bruins lead for the first time tonight, 20-19. But 3:51 remain. The defense have had a chance for a bit of a rest. That drive took 2 minutes and 1 second. But you're leaving a considerable amount of time for this Tornado team that has been double tough with the run tonight. We're going to keep it right here. What a series of mixing your passes and your runs so beautifully on that. Bo Wallace called a tremendous drive for the Bruins. 8 plays, 68 yards. And the hometown fans are as happy as they can be, but I can guarantee you their pulse beats are still rising because they know the defense has got to hold on here. 140 yards passing for Corbin Howard tonight. Noah Spencer with that run goes over 100 yards for the second consecutive game. He had 165 last week, 106 tonight. So give him 271 yards for the season, but there was none bigger in deep adversity than that one. I think my friend down on the sidelines, Brandon Shields from the Jackson Post, I think he dashed as fast as I've ever seen him to get a picture of it down in the end zone. And there they go. The Lawrence Welk Show is started up again with the bubbles. And most of these people have no idea who Lawrence Welk is. This place is absolutely exploding. So here we go. Big, big kickoff for the Bruins. They want to get it as deep as possible. They have been using a combination of squib kicks or line drive kicks for a lot of them tonight. But at this stage of the game, with 3:51 to go, and with this clock-chewing offense of Union City, you got to believe they want to try everything they can to pin them back as deep as they possibly can. Tayari Jones is deep. He's back at the 5-yard line. And here we go. Cooper Sykes with the kick. And that one spins back to the 9, to the 10. He's out to the 20. And they snack him up at the 26. Outstanding job by the Bruins. Miles Horton was in on that one. Jackson Pugh. So the Tornadoes will start at the 27. They've got to make it 73 yards in 3 minutes and 43 seconds. That was actually their longest return of the night because they haven't really had a chance to return many of them. And again, this is a run-oriented team. They're confident in their ability with 3:43 to go that they can knife it down the field. Man in motion. And he looked like he might be trying to pass. He's going to try the other way, and he's just using up time on the clock. He did manage to get across the 30, or maybe right on it. I think they're going to give him to the 31. That was great pursuit on the part. As Jones was trying to find an opening, he got 4. And they're going to have to go tempo now because they cannot afford to just have these time-consuming drives right now. They've got to move the ball. And there he goes. He's got blocking. And they got him, but they got him down to the 42-yard line of USJ. 27-yard pickup. And they're hurrying to get down over the ball. Arnold with 147 yards rushing. And here we go. 1st and 10 with 2:45. The clock is ticking away. And he hands it off again. Once again, it is Arnold as he gets down to the 36. They are not in field goal range as of yet. He picked up 6. They're down to 2:20. 2nd down and 4. Once again, Jones is in motion. They hand off over the middle. And once again, it's the workhorse, Brown. He looks to be just short of the first down by about a yard. 3rd down and 1. We're under 2 minutes to go. They got to get the first down. Bruins need to stop them here. Down to 144, 143. He calls his own number and gets the first down. Gets down to the 30. Sixteenth first down for the Tornadoes. To kick a field goal would be 47 yards at this point. 90 seconds to go. You can feel the tension here. I won't say you could cut it with a knife because everybody's sweating so hard. It'd probably roll off. He's going for the bomb. Over the middle. Almost intercepted. That was only the 4th pass they have thrown all night long. Now look at this. He's had the man in motion with Jones. He was looking over the middle and floated it up. And they were somewhat wanting to get interference. They did not get it. It was intended for Cohen Simpson. 1:14 remaining. Ball still at the 30. 2nd and 10. 20-19. Bruins holding on by 1. Don't go to the refrigerator. 2nd down and 10. Handoff once again. Getting 5. They have no timeouts remaining. 161 yards for Arnold. It would be a 42-yard field goal. We're under 1 minute. 3rd down and 4. This is a biggie, folks. Hand off, he have got him. Is there a fumble? Bruins got it. Put out the lights, the party's over. They say that all good things must end. Put out the lights, the party's over. Tomorrow I'll call the same old thing again. How about that? What a play. They were trying to get it at least in range for a field goal, and instead their 3rd lost fumble of the night. 40.5 seconds remaining. There are no timeouts remaining for Union City. The Bruins are going to go home, barring some kind of disaster. They are going home with a thriller. What a stand by the defense, and coming up with the 3rd fumble recovery of the game. Well, in a game like this, turnovers can mean everything, and that's exactly what happened there. The Bruins, this will be one of the happiest victory formations that they've ever had. They'll be at the 27. They trailed virtually the entire game until they got the lead on a 20-yard run, and they just take the knee, and that's it. What a night it has been. The clock's just ticking off, and the coaches will shake hands. It's over, folks. Bruins win it 20-19 in one of the absolute barn burners that you'll ever enjoy here at Carlock Stadium. What a night, and what grit and determination this defense had for the Bruins. And when it came down on that crucial 3rd down play to come down with the fumble recovery to save the game. I wish we could show you that one again, because that was a beauty if ever there was one. 20-19, the Bruins win it. Let's take a 3-minute break, and then we'll come back and I'll give you all the stats. Stay with us.
If you are in need of luxury interior design services, look no further than Campbell King Interiors. Based in Jackson, Tennessee, Caroline Campbell and Erica King have a combined experience of 31 years. From residential design services to commercial construction, no job is too big. Let Campbell King Interiors transform your vision into reality. You can find them at www.campbellkinginteriors.com or on Instagram and Facebook.
McCoy's Heating and Air specializes in more than just HVAC services. Our service department has expert plumbers to handle a wide variety of plumbing issues. Do you have a dripping faucet, broken toilet, or broken water heater? Whatever the issue may be, contact McCoy's today for quick service. Call McCoy's Heating and Air at 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com. McCoy's Heating and Air, Jackson's most trusted team of technicians.
Football is one reason to love fall. Here's another. Save up to $16,000 on a fully loaded in-ground pool built this fall. Come by Aloha Pools and Spa's massive showroom on Carriage House Drive for full details and see available styles in person. Cooler weather this fall and a colder winter makes a spa even more enjoyable. Aloha Pools and Spa's massive showroom features a huge selection of spas from the biggest names in the business. Come see us on Carriage House Drive in Jackson.
There you go. A happy band of Bruins, and even though this is just week 2 of the season, they will never forget this night. The grit and determination, trailing most of the way, but coming from behind, and then an outstanding defensive stand to win it 20-19. not even allowing Union City an opportunity at a game-winning field goal. And it was one that fans here and these players, and there come the student body. They're storming the field, and there's no fines for that in high school football. And this is a big celebration tonight. 2-0 on the season, 20-19. And it was one that not until 3 minutes and 51 seconds remain, and Noah Spencer with a 20-yard run up the middle, perfect blocking, and an extra point kick that was so critical, and the Bruins win it 20-19. In just a few moments, we'll have your statistics for you, but I can give you some individual totals. The Bruins were led in rushing tonight, 106 yards by Noah Spencer. He earned every last one of them tonight on 17 carries. Last week he had 165 yards on 24. Tonight they were harder to come by, but he still got over the 100-yard mark with 106. But tonight it was the passing game that really opened up the touchdowns. They had one touchdown pass from Corbin Howard to Sam McMillan. It was a 10-yard pass in the third quarter. That's his first touchdown pass of the season. He was 8 of 15 tonight for 140 yards, but he completed 3 crucial passes in that game-winning drive that ended with Noah Spencer's 20-yard run and the extra point kick. And it was a super, super effort. And not to take anything away from Union City tonight, because they were led by Arnold with 161 yards rushing, and I'm trying to total the number of times they went to him tonight. 28 rushes on 161 yards. And then quarterback Keaton Brown, and we knew that he would do a lot with his legs, and he indeed did. He gave it everything he had. He left everything on the field, 19 carries for 118 yards. So between the two of them, they had 279 yards. It just was not enough because they could not mix in a passing game that could make the difference. And shortly we'll have our post-game statistics as you continue to see the celebration, and here they are. Union City tonight had 16 first downs, 12 first downs for the Bruins, but it was crucial because they picked up 4 of them in that closing drive. Passing 8 out of 15 for 140 yards. They held Union City without a completed pass. We knew that this was not a passing team. 0 out of 4. Noah Spencer is the one who pulled down the interception in the first half. Rushing yardage. Definitely the edge went 278 to 115 to Union City, but they couldn't push it in the end zone but twice. And when it really counted late in the game, it was Noah Spencer with a 20-yard run and a 42-yard run. And both of them came in the crucial fourth quarter. Return yardage, and it was a very smart kicking game on the part of USJ that held it out 50-30 in return yardage. And they were able to keep Tiari Jones from being able to take off on a big run like he had with a punt return touchdown last week in their opener. The big key right here was turnovers. 3 turnovers on fumbles, including the big fumble recovery with 43 seconds left to go in the game that put it on ice. Penalties also. A crucial one in that final game-winning drive was a pass interference penalty in which McMillan had a Union City defender all over him, and the 15-yarder gave a crucial first down at the 20 for the Bruins, and the next play it was Noah Spencer taking off to the races and scoring the winning touchdown. Punting was just about even, a little bit of an edge to Union City. 33 to right around 30 yards for the Bruins. But a come-from-behind win. It was a gritty win because the Bruins trailed in this game for all of 44 minutes before, with 3:51 remaining, Noah Spencer came home with a 20-yard run to win it. So that's going to wrap it up here from a very happy Carlock Stadium and Kirkland Field. Next week, we'll be back with you again on Friday night, more than likely at 7 o'clock rather than 8, but we'll keep our eyes on what the weather is like. We'll be at Jackson Christian next. No, we're at Trinity Christian Academy. Pardon me. I had that. JCS is 2 weeks away. We'll be at Trinity Christian Academy over on Windy City Road next Friday night. More than likely, 7 o'clock will be the kickoff. And provided the weather is cooler for the players, we'll have our first coaches show of the season for the Bruins. And that'll be Wednesday night at 7:30 live from the Blacksmith Restaurant, downtown Jackson, and one of our great sponsors of USJ Sports. And remember, this is a copyrighted broadcast of Worthy Road Studios for 2023. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, editing, or other use of the descriptions and accounts of this game without the expressed written consent of Worthy Road Studios is strictly prohibited. The executive producer of Worthy Road Studios is Paul Schultze, who also directed tonight's telecast. On cameras tonight, Christopher Craigie and Jack Young. And I'm Steve Beverly. And on this happy night from Jackson, Tennessee, Bruins win it 20-19. So long from the great hub city of West Tennessee.
The BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios. With over 750,000 views in 2022, we are where you need to advertise. Please subscribe to our Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel and join the other 4,000 subscribers watching local sports.
The Jackson Rockabillys, Union and Bethel Universities, USJ, TCA, JCS, and Peabody.
Our multi-camera broadcasts include slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers.
Thanks to the sponsors who make it all possible. BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios, the premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.